Here's the thing, guys. You have to speak out your feelings every single day. And the more you speak out your feelings, the better you are. And you have to realize the more I speak out my feelings, for example, I never know my feelings. I never know exactly what's going on in my life. And that's why my life is interesting. My life is so interesting because I never know. I never know what's going to happen in my life. And now, yes, I want to be in a better stage in my life. Every single day, I want to do better. I want to help myself to grow. But the thing is that I can never know that. I can never know what I want. I can never know exactly what I need. You understand? Because like that, everything's interesting to me. And now I always have to speak words in order to be able to get to the stage that I want to get to. And now every single day I speak my feelings, I have to document it. I have to document things down. I have to write it down. I have to express myself every single day. I have to get people to understand my thoughts and my feelings and how I feel on a daily basis. But the thing is that nothing comes to an end. I promise you, there is no ending in my life. And the reason for that is because my life is only beginning into greater stages. I'm only beginning to understand much more. And you have to understand that something in life that can be understood, you can only understand that through feeling. You can only be there totally in the feeling. And now in the feelings you may go, and that's where your life resides. But how much you document things down and how much you want to share your feelings around will determine the aptitude of your success. In a sense, so you have to realize in life, everything's happening for you. So you have to make life happen for you in a way that is going to describe everything that you are. And you have to realize that I went to Toastmasters, for example, and now Toastmasters gave me an experience, and that's everything. But the thing is that you can do it without Toastmasters, you understand? And you have to realize that you can also be forever understanding things around nature and around life, and you still have to grow. You still have to grow as a person. I can see my life, I can see how I am. I realize how I am is in my feelings, and how I feel is how I am. So I have to always understand the puzzle of life and what I want to explain in life. And it's not just about writing quotes, it's also about doing audio programs, it's about doing video programs, it's about doing other books that you can write. And building a foundation, building this massive foundation of knowledge that you have done in your own life, which makes everything worthwhile. And life is very easy to live as long as you're in the feelings. Because I find myself sometimes too much at home. And I love to be at home. I realize I love to be a lot in my house. I like to be in solitude. Because I realize once I go out there in front of people and I express my feelings toward them, I promise you anything can happen. But the thing is that I can do that online. And I don't have to go do all that. But I can do this. I can do this now. So what is this? I realize what this is just my feelings. This is how I communicate on a daily basis with myself. So I just have to always communicate even more, and I have to document things down, but I have to do more work than that. I have to always do more work, is what I mean. And life drags you to different places, you understand? And you have to realize that it's just knowledge. Knowledge is everything. And I realize the knowledge I have. I realize how rich I am. I'm really rich, you understand? In wisdom. And I have to be always able to explain everything as much as possible. Because when I explain everything as much as possible, I'm thriving. I'm thriving this way. So it's always me trying to get to a stage where I can do so much content every single day and be able to love it. So all I ever want to do in life is understand more. I want to understand more, because when I express myself in different ways that I've never expressed myself before, that I can somehow make a difference, that I can somehow help myself to understand everything about life. And that's my job as a life coach. I realize I read every single day as much as possible that I can. I realize I don't set limits in my life. I don't set anything in time, even though everything is in time. And you have to realize you have to set goals in your life. And when you set goals down in your life and you write it down, your life starts to manifest, because you're the one doing so. And because you're the one helping yourself to explain everything, then that's all you want to do. That's exactly what you want to do throughout life, is explain yourself toward yourself so that you understand. And when you understand everything that you can understand about life, that's where the richness is. The richness is in understanding your feelings, understanding exactly what it is about your feelings that you can express into the world. And when you express yourself every single day and you go with the feeling tells you the true moment. It tells you what's happening in your life. And it's the only true update there is. Your feelings are always updating you about everything. And now it's up to you. What do you want out of life? Your desire has to be strong. You have to have a strong desire. And if you go to your feelings, you'll see how strong your desire is about life. And you have to realize that you have to live for yourself. You have to understand you have to do much better every single day. And you have to just explain things. Just talk. Just understand how to understand. And when you go into deep feelings, when you go into yourself, which is your feelings, you understand exactly what I mean, and how I talk my feelings into fruition, and how life is such a slow process. Everything's such a slow process these days, but the feelings learn the quickest. Everything's learning the quickest every single day. And you have to understand that everything's in your feelings is what I mean. So when you go deep into your feelings and you just explain life, things start to happen. Things start to manifest. And you start to understand exactly where you are at and why you do what you do. So for example, if you smoke cigarettes or drink caffeine, or if you do drugs, it doesn't define you. What you do doesn't define you. The feelings of how you feel within every single moment can never be understood. So no matter what you're doing, you can never understand exactly what you are doing, because that's how you get interesting. You become more interesting when you don't understand. You understand? But the thing is that you have to understand. And when you understand, what I'm trying to understand is that I don't know. I don't know my feelings. I don't know what they talk about in the news. I don't know anything about life. And because I don't know, that keeps things interesting, but I do have to get to a level of understanding. And I have to understand exactly how to think. And the only way that I do think in my life is I put my feelings into it. The only way that I can try to understand this world is through my feelings. And how my feelings feel through words and through everything is how I'm trying to express myself. So I'm understanding the times what I went through in my life. I realize it's always been me trying to come back to my feelings. I've always tried to be in my feelings and tried to always do things according to what I can do. So I'm understanding that I always try to help the world in some kind of way. But you have to understand that every single day you do something with your feelings, you are always impacting the world in some kind of way. That little baby that's born today is impacting this world. Do you understand? And now you have to understand everyone's that little baby that's just born today. And you're always in this state. You're always in the state of a baby. You understand? You just have to tune into it. So you could be 150 years of age and you could feel like a baby. Because it's in the words, it's in how you speak, it's in how you perceive things. So you have to every single day understand life things, understanding life, understanding exactly what you came here to do, and understanding how to give that to the world. You have to understand somehow how to contribute. You have to understand how to contribute. You have to contribute in some way. You understand? You have to make some kind of difference in life. You understand? You have to impact this world for the better. You have to always do things for the better, for good judgment, for life. And the more you do things, the better you get. And words just come to you the more you're willing to do it. And you have to be willing to do words. You have to be willing every single day to express yourself as much as possible and to live a great life. And the more you live, the better you are. So you have to understand everything's happening for a reason, and that reason has to be you. It has to be for something that you stand for. And what you stand for is the feelings. You stand for your feelings. You stand for how you feel. And I understand many people in the planet don't want to express themselves. And that's the thing. They're only causing them I promise you, they're only causing themselves trouble by not wanting to express themselves. Because people who don't want to express themselves don't want to live life. I want you to live life. I want you to get to the stage that I am in. But you have to realize that the stage that I am in is just in my feelings. So if you want to connect to me and where I am in terms of, if you want to get to my stage, you just have to go back into your feelings. And you have to realize that many people out there create this kind of thing in the world. And they say, hey, I want you to get to my stage. I want you to have a jet. I want you to have a yacht in your life. I want you to have all $1 million in your bank account and everything. But you can only have this now. You understand? You can only believe that you have it now. And when you start believing that you have everything now that you ever wanted in your life, that you always got what you wanted in life, you have to understand. You have to believe that. You have to believe that you always have everything in this life. Then things start to manifest for you. You understand? You start to manifest a lot of richness because you think you have everything already. So what you think is what you believe. And what you believe is something that can be killing you. You understand? But you must never know this. You must never know anything that's to be said. You can only ever see it. You can only ever see it, but you can never know it. You can understand it. You can understand what you talk about, but you must never know what you talk about. And now, in life, you always got what you wanted. In every single moment of life, you've always got what you wanted. You're the one who wanted to work the 9-to-5 job. You're the one who wanted to make real estate in your life. You're the one who went chasing money. You're the one who went doing all these things. You understand? So what you want out of life, you have to give it to other people if you want to make a purpose out of it. So if you go out there to make money, then make a purpose out of this in a way that you give everything away. Try to give everything of your nature away to other people, because that's the coming and going of life. You understand? So the more you have to give toward this planet, the better you get in every single moment of your life. So I realized I have to go to the doctor today because I have to give wisdom to him. That's how I look at it. And I have to get wisdom to give wisdom. You understand? And that's all it is. You understand? Every single day, I'm always understanding exactly what I need to do in my life. And because this is how I feel. And how I feel every single day is different. I feel a different individual right now in terms of how I am now. I feel different much more today than ever before. And I understand my actions. I understand what I've been doing in my life. I can tell by my feelings. I understand how it is with my feelings. Is it bad? I'm not trying to be bad. My feelings are saying everything is good. In a sense, so the thing is that I have to always label everything. And the more I label everything, the more wisdom I have. But then again, I must never label anything. You understand? I must have a contradiction in my life. And the more contradiction I have in my life, the more I understand. And the more I understand, the more I can help. So I have to always understand the contradiction of things. That there is and there isn't. And there's neither and there's both. So I'm understanding, if you understand that saying, what came first? The chicken or the egg? You would understand that both happen at the same time and neither happen at the same time. In a sense, so you would have to understand different perspectives, different things in life. And when you start understanding different aspects of life, that's everything. You have to get to a different stage in your life. You understand? That's all you're trying to understand. That's all you're really trying to do. You're always trying to get to a different stage in your life. You have to. You have to be different. You have to be unique. And you have to live your life. You understand? And when people start telling you what to do, it's not because they're trying to drag you down. When people start telling you what to do, it's more they're trying to guide you in some kind of way to help them so that you help them. In a sense, so they want you to help people. That's a thing. And now if you don't have a passion, if you don't find your passion, and if you don't have a purpose, then you have to make a purpose. You have to make a passion. I made this passion. I made these words my passion. And everything that I am is through the words I've spoken. But my words are my feelings. So why don't you make your feelings your passion and trying to express yourself in some kind of way? That's why people go jobs these days, because they want to express themselves in something. They want to find meaning in life. People want more for themselves. I understand this. But sometimes when you're stuck you're stuck at home too much, let's say, you have to realize you have to grow as an individual. You have to understand that as long as you're growing, everything's great in your life. You have to realize everything's growing at some point. And everything has to go into a better world. You understand? And that's just life. Life happens that way. Even Jesus Christ came here in this world. He gave his essence and he went to a better world. You understand? There's always a better world out there. You just have to, every single day, find how to express yourself. You have to find how to think. You have to find how to interest yourself about life. You have to find life information. That's what I am. I am life information. I give life information. I give what I study every single day. I give my own perspective. I give my own originality to what I say. I give my own type of tones in the world. That's life. I realize, I understand my life is not perfect, but it's also perfect. You understand? My life is perfect and it's not perfect at the same time. I understand I can do better. I can always do better. I can always have everything more in my life. But I'm always rich or better. You understand? I'm always thinking for the better. I'm always trying to understand exactly where I am in life. I'm always trying to understand my position. I'm always trying to compare information with people. Because that's how I learn. I compare information. And when I start comparing information with everything, I understand it's only what I say in my life that's the biggest information. You understand? Because it's only through the words of my mouth and through the words that I speak of that I can create everything that I ever want to create. So if I want to create a life for myself, I have to speak words. I have to speak the words of what I want to create in my life. I realize if I didn't do my work in this world, then this world would not be better off. You understand? Even though the world is doing my work already, but never through me, because I am the one doing it. I am the one speaking these words. And this world needs to hear these words. Do you understand? So you have to realize I have my own unique persona in these words and in terms of what I've done here. So I'm always trying to live my life. I'm always trying to get to a better stage. I understand it's a slow process. I understand I have to express myself a little bit more. I understand I have to push myself to express myself. But I can also be in the feelings and express myself. I can also not do it. I can also not do anything in life and be able to express myself. But then again, I have to do something. I have to understand that when I don't do anything in my life, then I don't feel that I'm doing something. So I always have to do something because that's how I feel. And how I feel on a daily basis is everything. I understand that people go out there, they search for sex, they search for everything. I realize everybody's different. Everybody's searching for something. I'm just searching for my feelings. And I have my feelings here with me. But I'm just trying to be in my feelings. And that's what I am now. I'm always in my feelings. And everyone's searching for a feeling. Everyone wants the feeling of that. Everyone wants the feeling of $1 million in their bank account. Everyone wants the feeling of flying in a jet by themselves or with family, or going around the world public speaking, or making events around people, or doing something around life. Everyone wants some kind of feeling or some kind of word in life. I understand that, but that's how life is. And when you start understanding life even more, then you understand when it's your time to go. You understand? I realize everything lasts forever in this world. And you have to understand this world's always going to be growing in some kind of way. No matter what happens, you must never worry about anything. You must always try to give, always try to help yourself to understand that no matter how much you've given to your kids or to anybody in life, that your kids and these people always have feelings. You understand? And their feelings are the things in life that guide them. You understand? Feelings guide people into a better way of life. So the more you're in your feelings and the more you express yourself, the more you find your way. You can find your way through this. You just have to express yourself a lot. And once you start expressing yourself a lot in this life, you start to manifest a better life, but you also start to understand. And then you start to have everything in your life that you ever wanted because you express yourself, because you did something for this world, because you made reasons for living life, or because you gave a lot of ideas, or because everything now is starting to make sense. You understand? And then what's left? What's left is the feeling. that you have now. It's everything. I promise you, it's going to be there with you before you leave. It's going to be here always. You understand? In this world, in some kind of way. So you just have to always understand everything's unique. Everything is going nice, the way it's meant to be. And the world is good. You understand? Because God said the world is good. So it's always going to be that way. You can never go against God about anything. You can always understand everything is here for you to express yourself as much as possible. And those people who express themselves more than other people are the ones that shine. So the more you express yourself, the better you are. So imagine that little baby that's born today and how it's expressing itself into the world. Just naturally. And that's everything. Express yourself naturally, just like that baby. I understand that baby goes on touching things and wanting to show everything into this world. I understand how it is. I was once that baby. I was once like that baby trying to express myself. And I'm always trying to express myself even now. I'm still that baby. But now I'm different. I moved on. I lived that life. Now it's time to do more. And when I feel it's necessary for me to make events around people, to showcase my skills, to make even more money, to fly in my own jet or to have a yacht, then when I feel it's necessary to have it, then I'm going to have it. But the thing is that I already have that in my life. I already have everything that I need now. So what I need now from myself the most in this moment right now is to just keep living, but not just to keep living, to keep expressing myself, to keep documenting things down, to keep doing more for myself, to let my feelings guide the way, to try to impact this world in a better way, to try to do more for myself, to try to live more, to try to do always the best thing for myself, to try to love myself as much as possible. This is life. This is how it is. And I see it's always been this moment. That's everything. And everything is this moment to me. So everything that I understand about life, I always have to give more of that. I always have to put my feelings into words, just like I've done for you here. Because everything that I am is the words I've spoken. I am only good now. You understand? And you have to understand everything that I am, everything in life that can be is always now. So everything that you are is this moment. So you just have to always live your life in a way that you're always going to try to do better, that you're always going to try to live more of life, that you're always going to try to do the best job you can. And that's all you can do. I understand you want to shine. I understand you want to get to a better place in your life. I understand you want to maybe be around the celebrities, or you want to be a celebrity yourself, or you want to be on the movies maybe, or maybe you want to have your own cooking show, or maybe you want to have your own YouTube channel or social media or whatever it is. I understand you want to express yourself somehow because you're still living life. You're still reading this audio program. So you want to express yourself somehow because you're still living life. So the more you live life, you have to understand your direction and where you're going. You're going into this information. You're going into some format. You're going into some different stage of your life. And I'm just here to guide you through it. I'm here to guide you into a better way of life. That's my role as a life coach. And now, I understand that I am what I call myself. You understand? And I've been studying life all my life. But I've only ever been a life coach since I was 25 years of age. I picked my direction. I just said I'm a life coach from now on, and that's that. From 25 years of age, I started writing books. At 25 years of age, I started doing audio programs, video programs, making music. And you have to understand that I'm always living life somehow. So I'm always trying to somehow live life. And that's hope. I have a lot of hope in my life. I'm never going to kill myself. I'm never going to kill other people. And I always reinstate this in my life. I always say it to myself. I'm never going to kill other people. I'm never going to kill myself. I never try to do that. I try to do this. I try to do something much better. I try to live in the moment. I try to understand this moment. I try to understand exactly where I am in life. I try to compare how am I doing right now to other people. I try to understand this information so I can move forward from it. I try to understand everyone around me and where they are in terms of, I try to understand where are they coming from in life. Do they love me? Do they care for me? Do they not want to be around me, or whatever it is? I understand who my true friend is. I can see it. I realize my true friend is my feelings. My feelings always want me to do good. And no matter what I'm going through in my life, I'm always understanding my feelings, because my feelings tell me how it is in the moment. And I just want to express my feelings, and that's it. So every single day I'm always doing these life coaching programs. I'm doing music in my life. I do what satisfies me. I never do what satisfies other people. I always do what. But you have to understand, I'm always doing information. And you have to understand that when I start doing what other people want, then I don't get what I want. You understand? So I have to always do what I want. I always have to understand that's the end all be all. You understand? What I want is the grand prize for my life. You understand? I never do what other people want me to do. You understand? I do it because I want to do it. You understand? I do it because of me. I do what is necessary for me. And if it's benefiting me, then I'm going to do it. You understand? So whatever benefits me, I do in my life. I do what benefits in life. And now you have to realize everything around smoking information or around the news or whatever's going on in this world in terms of information, I promise you, guess what? Just don't know that. Make sure you not know that. Don't know anything about this life. You understand? Keep it interesting, because the moment you know, then everything that's interesting starts to fade away. You understand? I don't know that smoking causes cancer. I don't know that. Nobody knows this. You understand? You must never know this. Don't try to worry yourself. If you're smoking cigarettes and you believe that smoking causes cancer, then you're going to create this massive worry in your life. Then you're going to start having anxiety about it because you're smoking cigarettes and suddenly someone's telling you, hey, smoking causes cancer, and you believe it. And then guess what? You cause yourself anxiety around it. Don't believe it. Don't know it. Don't know anything about life. And if they tell you, hey, you have cancer, then guess what? Don't believe it. Don't believe what they tell you. Don't believe what I tell you. Don't believe anything in this audio program. You understand? Believe what you want to believe about everything. Form your own opinion. Form your own thoughts. You understand? Form your own type of voice in your life. Form your own state of mind. This is my state of mind. This is how it is. This is how I am. You understand? But I don't know this information. I choose not to know. I choose not to know what I know. Because I keep learning. I keep growing myself. I keep trying to do more. You understand? So I'm always going places with my feelings. I'm always going where my feelings go. I'm always in the moment with my feelings. And that's me taking a moment to myself. I'm always trying to process my feelings. I'm always trying to be in the moment. I'm always trying to live this moment. And the way I do that is I be in my feelings. And my feelings is my words as well. So I'm always living now. I'm always trying to make more common sense. And now I'm always in the body. I'm always living in my body. So when my body tells me go toilet, I go. When my body says go sleep, I sleep. When my body tells me it's time to wake up, I wake up. I do what my body tells me to do. You understand? I listen to my body because my body is my feelings. My words are my feelings. You understand? So I'm always doing what my feelings tell me to do. And that's how I grow. That's how I do things. And now, do I want to go out today somewhere? I'm always going out somewhere. I'm always going in my feelings. That's somewhere for me. Where else can you go but your feelings? You go where your feelings are. Why are you trying to go out of the house? Try to go into the house. Try to go in your feelings. Try to go with your feelings everywhere. You understand? So if your feelings are saying go somewhere, then go. You understand? Do what your feelings say for you to do. That's how it is. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this audio program, and guess what? Just always understand. Just understand things. Just get to a better stage. Just try to always live your life the best way. That's everything. You always have to do this. You always have to help yourself in some kind of way to shape your life, to grow yourself, to understand more. And that's everything. You just have to always understand more. And the more you understand, the better you are. So I understand that if you really want to grow, then you have to always do something to grow. You have to always push yourself to grow as much as possible and try to live the best life that you can.